The movie begins with CIA NOC operatives Matt and his pregnant fiancée Emily, who are tasked by their superior and friend, Chuck, to obtain a device called the Industrial Control System, which is capable of manipulating and controlling any electronic system. They are bound to retrieve the key from the Polish KGB agent turned terrorist Balthazar Gore, the head of a terrorist organization called Volka. Emily tricks Balthazar into giving his fingerprint, which they use to unlock a safe upstairs, managing to steal the device and escaping to the rendezvous point. Unfortunately, on their flight home, unknown to them, the flight has been hijacked by Balthazar's men. Emily, who had taken a pregnancy test before embarking on the mission, reveals to Matt that she is pregnant and that he is the dad. Minutes later, they are attacked and manage to neutralize the flight crew, but the pilot is hit by a stray bullet. The plane loses course, headed for a definite crash as the pair struggle to survive an impending catastrophe. The plane hurtles to the ground and the two barely escape the crash using a single parachute. Realizing that someone must have fed the flight crew information about the key, they give up their careers and go off the grid for a life together as a family, hiding their secret identity successfully for 15 years. At this time, Matt and Emily are now married, residing in Atlanta under a new identity, raising two children, Alice and Leo, who do not seem to like them as they used to. Emily, on one hand, has a side business selling custom puzzles on Etsy. While having breakfast, Alice expresses her doubts about her parents being truthful as she hears Matt speaking to the AC repair guy in Russian. Emily, who has been trying hard to connect with Alice, doesn't understand that the teenager needs her own space and keeps pushing back. That morning, after dropping the children at school, they discover that Alice is romantically involved with a 14-year-old boy named James. Alice spots them prying and sees it as weird. Later that day, after Alice says she's spending the night studying with her friend, Emily hacks her laptop and discovers that she actually went to a club with James. Both parents track down and invades the nightclub, confronting Alice and attempting to force her to come home with them. But the owner of the club doesn't like Matt ordering his customers around. So this leads to a massive brawl as both parents completely beat the crap out of their assailants, unknown to them that this was being filmed. The couple head home with their frantic daughter, unaware that the brawl inside the nightclub had attracted the attention of Chuck, as well as the Volka group. In the morning, a knock is heard, and behold, it's Chuck. With no time to spare, he tries to warn them but is shot by the mercenaries. The couple locate their hidden armory and proceed to defend their family from Balthazar's men. They eventually drive out of the area where a road rage characterized by sporadic shootings ensues. At this time, their children were at school. Matt pulls a stunt using a bottle of Coke and Mentos to take out their pursuers. They arrive at the school to retrieve their children and subsequently arriving at the airport to catch a flight to England. They tell the kids that they wanted them to connect with their grandmother, hence the sudden trip. On their arrival in England at the Heathrow airports, the family is pursued by MI6. They board a bus which is obviously compromised, then they make an abrupt stop, and Matt manages to steal a ride, lying to the children that it's their rental car. The MI6, led by Emily's ex-boyfriend Baron, have succeeded in tracking them down. Emily takes the kids' mobiles on account of avoiding roaming charges, but when they eventually make a stop to have dinner, the kids use Wi-Fi, revealing their location to their pursuers. Matt and Emily engage in a conversation about not living up to expectations as parents. Moments later, Balthazar's goons arrive the scene, causing Matt and Emily to strategically fend them off, protecting their family in the most lethal way. They head back on the road where Matt takes a couple of shots at a trailer, temporarily blocking the MI6 who recently joined the chase. While they are inclined not to show their secrets to their children, the couple are forced to reveal the truth to them after they had witnessed their parents taking out Volka's mercenaries and evading the pursuing MI6. The family arrives at Ginny's Foxhound Manor, where Emily introduces her children as Ginny's grandkids. It is an awkward situation as Ginny prefers to be detached and unemotional towards Emily. Nigel makes an entrance and reveals himself before everyone to be Ginny's lover, who has been used as a special project until he is deemed worthy enough by Ginny to join the MI6. Matt reveals to Ginny and Emily that he had taken the key from the plane years ago, and just to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands, he had hidden the ICS key inside Ginny's manor. He suggests that they use the key as leverage with the CIA to negotiate for protection. Emily begins to complain that Ginny was never present for her, while Ginny says that Emily begged to go to boarding school and became bitter about it after being shipped off to America. Few hours later, Volka's mercenaries raid the manor as the couple quietly retrieve the hidden key. They head back inside only to find Ginny and Nigel all tied up with mouths sealed. Emily frees Ginny and the couple head inside to see their children tied up as well. Chuck is not only revealed to be alive, but also working with Balthazar's men as revenge, due to being fired from the CIA for the presumed death of Matt and Emily. Chuck also states that Baron from MI6 was working for Balthazar as well and was responsible for the ambush on the jet. He also reveals that the CIA searched the crash site but found no key, so he had to play the victim just for the couple to lead him to the key. After confirming the genuineness of the key, Ginny is seen taking on a few mercenaries, then a fight ensues, eventually leading to an imminent abduction of the kids. After their departure, the group reviews the camera footage which shows Leo holding his smart ring. Chuck is immediately tracked down to a black tie event at Tate Modern London, where he intends to sell the key to the highest bidder. As a demonstration, Chuck's tech assistant Daphne uses the key to hack the power station, causing a temporary blackout across London, then the Thames Barrier, forcibly opening its floodgates. Matt and Emily infiltrate the facility while Chuck manages to get a buyer for $250 million. The auction is crashed by the couple and the MI6, who are after the same person, Chuck. The couple knocks down Chuck's goons, pursuing Chuck, who intends to escape with Leo and Alice from London through the Thames Barrier. More action ensues as all parties desperately attempt to undo the other. Emily boards a boat, picking up Matt as they head out into the sea to take out Chuck and rescue their children. Meanwhile, Nigel spots Daphne with the key attempting to escape the area. He crashes his van into hers, rendering her unconscious, and finally secures the key. Ginny reveals to the couple that Nigel has secured the key, then gently guides him to close the Thames Barrier, while Emily steadily commandeers the boat, eventually catching up to Chuck and his men. They dump Leo and Alice out into the water, subdue Chuck, and leaves him on the boat as it crashes into the closing barrier, seemingly killing him. The family is rescued by both the MI6 and police, resting in the belief that they are safe from the likes of Chuck and the Volca mercenaries. They reconcile with Ginny. The following week, the entire family attends Alice's soccer game, where she has to take a penalty, eventually scores, winning it for her team and making her parents proud. Baron meets Matt and Emily, informing them that Chuck's body was never retrieved, suggesting that he might still be out there, and surprisingly proposing that they recruit Emily's father, whom Matt is definitely unaware of. This is Falcon Recaps. Thanks for watching.
That's what's going on here.
And what about soccer? We're in the playoffs.
I know it's really hard to understand.
You should meet your grandmother before it's too late.
Yeah, I owe you an explanation, but I can't do it here.